and welcome back to the CCDS Podcast. Here I am joined by
Paige.
Paige, what grade are you in?
I'm in 7th grade.
All right, and you're in a play, right?
Yeah.
What's that play that you're in?
It's called Hoodie. It's a modern play.
Nice. Could you tell us a little bit about your play?
Yeah. So our play, it's composed of vignettes, which means it's not like a plot line with a characters who develop. It's basically like short little scenes from different characters' lives, and they all kind of add up in the end. There's a reoccurring group of students in the play that are called the Clump, and they're basically the only people who show up. Like over time in the play, and they're the ones who start the play out and finish it. But in between the Clump scenes, there's a bunch of a bunch of people who are just like living their lives, I guess. And it's and like I guess the theme of it is about self-consciousness and like how you overcome it, and like how everybody deals with like stuff in their lives, I guess.
All right. Thank you very much for telling us about the play. So the play that you do have, it's on this Thursday and Friday, which is also Spirit Week. It's at 6 p.m. on both of those days, and I understand that you also have a matinee, yeah. Could you tell us a little bit about the matinee?
Yeah. So from when we do plays, during the day, so you mentioned we're doing them on Thursday and Friday, but at 6 p.m. those are for our family and friends who want to come. But during the day, we invite like mostly 4th, 5th, and 6th, and sometimes that changes and sometimes it doesn't. But that's what we're doing this year. And during the school day, they'll come over to the middle school side and they'll see us. And that's during our elective time, or like our 5th period-ish. Yeah, so you'll get to see it as a 5th grader, and those are free of charge. So it's just like a little practice, I guess.
All right, thank you very much for telling us about the matinee. And I've heard that a lot of people who join theater, they start to have these bonds with the other grade levels, higher than them or lower, that are in the theater with them. Could you tell us a little bit about those bonds?
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of kids at CCS, even though it's a small school. And for theater, you get to meet a lot of people that you didn't normally meet, and you get to hang out with people that you don't that sometimes you don't see every day. And last year, a bunch of 8th grade girls, I got to be really close with them when they did the play with me. And it's just like you make a lot of connections and bonds with people from doing all the things we do, like our retreat and all of our practices and stuff. And I think that's really cool.
All right. Thank you so much for telling us about that. And that's all we have for today in our CCDS podcast. So thank you very much for listening, and have a great day.